Just weeks after battling the Hubbard Gap fire in Banner County, firefighters from across the region once again gathered in the area and descended on the hills south of Gering. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, firefighters from 4 states seeking live fire training to combat wildland blazes spent this past weekend in Scotts Bluff County honing their skills. Training in the Cedar Canyon and Buffalo Creek wildlife management areas served 2 purposes by using controlled burns to give firefighters experience in certain wildland fire scenarios. Alyssa Sanders, the West Nebraska Engine Academy Public Information Officer, says the groups were broken up into several sections.
Just the smaller the groups, the more evolutions that they can go through and the more chances they have of working on each of the skills in their task book. And so it also helps us to cover, this isn't really about covering more ground, it's more so just like getting those repetitions in and giving each firefighter the opportunity to work on those individual skills.
Included in the response teams were numerous engine companies, water tenders, and helicopters practicing water drops. The training helped firefighters gain what's called Type 3 incident experience for certification needed to respond to real wildfires in the future. Well, the Nebraska State Patrol has identified those involved in a 1-vehicle fatality crash in Banner County over the weekend. NSP spokesman Cody Thomas tells KNB News that the driver, 33-year-old Margaret Matheson, was pronounced dead at the scene, and an injured passenger, 31-year-old Jody Morse, was taken to Regional West Medical Center. Both were identified as Idaho residents, and Thomas said the crash remains under investigation, but the initial reports indicated around 7:20 p.m. on Saturday, the vehicle was southbound on Highway 71, crossed the median and northbound lanes near mile marker 36, overcorrected and rolled. The vehicle also caught fire following the crash, and firefighters from nearby departments were called in to handle that situation in a related grass fire. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer's in with your full week weather forecast. We'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of REMAX Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, REMAX, and settle down.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Going to be dealing with clear skies tonight across the area. Temps fall down into the 70s and eventually the 60s before getting down into the upper 40s and low 50s as we start the day tomorrow. It's going to be areas of haze and smoke around the area. Going to have to put up with those for the next couple of days. Otherwise, hottest temps look like they're tomorrow, but we're going to stay above normal for most of the next 7 days with very little in the way of rain. 90 yesterday after a morning low of 42, a little below normal for a low and above normal for a high. Normal high closer to 80 now as we start to lose more temperatures here on a daily basis. Again, 79 your normal high right now. Nothing in the rain gauge, right where we should be for the month at 52 hundredths. Right on the button for September, and still about 5 1/4 inches below normal for the year. Cooler on the eastern half of the state, upper 70s and low 80s there, and off to our west in the high country, it's in the upper 70s to low 80s. We have 80s to near 90 degrees across our region, 92 in Chadron, the warmest that we can find. Most everybody, though, in the mid and upper 80s. Winds are out of the south, even some southeasterly winds, but mostly out of the southerly direction at about 5 to 15 miles an hour, so not much happening out there in terms of winds as we go through the evening hours. It's clear and quiet here across the area tonight. Nothing doing on Futurecast. Lows are going to fall off into the upper 40s and a couple of low 50s out there. Very pleasant night tonight. It's going to be a great night to get outside and do whatever, especially this evening. Tomorrow we've got sunshine coming our way all day long. Only obstruction is going to be some areas of haze. That is it. Otherwise, sunny and hot temps again tomorrow. And we're going to warm well up into the 90s tomorrow. Probably our hottest day of the week tomorrow, in the low to mid 90s for most everybody. Look at Valentine there, 97 degrees. Record highs this time of year are in the 90s, so we may flirt with some records here in a couple of locations. And certainly nothing coming over the next 36 hours in any sort of precip here across the region. Clear skies and quiet tonight. Lows down around 49, light southerly winds. For tomorrow, there's the sun. It's back. Areas of haze and smoke. Otherwise, just sunshine and low 90s. 7-day forecast. We'll keep some of that haze around, I think, into Wednesday. Then conditions should turn a little better. We fall into the mid-80s on Wednesday. Thursday near 90. We'll be in the mid-80s Friday and Saturday, and then cooler for Sunday and Monday of next week with temperatures closer to 80. Really not much coming in the way of rain showers or any precip chances over the next 7 days.
Allo Communications has an exciting update on our Allo for Education program. This season alone, we have donated another $125,000 to local schools across our neighborhoods. That's over $325,000 since we started. We are committed to our communities, our schools, closing the digital divide, and building a brighter future for our students. Make the switch to Allo today and we'll donate $50 to the participating school of your choice. Allo for Education ends on September 30th, so hurry and visit us at allofiber.com/education.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
The Renza guy said, enjoy your burger, and I almost said, you too, but then I realized that didn't make sense, and all that came out was yours good.
Welcome back. A 32-year-old Scotts Bluff woman is facing a pair of felony drug charges following a series of controlled buys conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force this past April. Mackenzie Schreiber was arrested on Thursday for 2 counts of distribution of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Investigators say Schreiber sold heroin to a cooperating individual on April 6th and again on the 10th of April at separate locations in Scotts Bluff, with the total amount purchased just over 1 gram. Bond in this case has been set at $70,000 with a 10% provision, and she's scheduled to be back in court on Tuesday for her preliminary hearing. Well, a day after the Nebraska Supreme Court ruled to remove the medical marijuana constitutional initiative from the ballot, advocates for medical marijuana announced plans to look into the creation of a new ballot committee and petition to legalize medical cannabis in 2022. Senator Adam Moorfeld, the co-chair of Nebraskans for Medical Marijuana, said following the High Court's ruling, they will now look at presenting simple and broad language that would have no limitations for the new ballot language. Members also plan on partnering with other advocacy organizations to inform Nebraskans on candidates and elected officials' stance on medical cannabis legalization, including a candidate and elected official scorecard. And state prison officials said 3 more corrections employees have tested positive for the coronavirus. With the new cases, a total of 85 state prison workers across the state have now tested positive for the virus. The agency said on its website that 184 inmates across the state have also tested positive for the coronavirus as of Friday. Officials said 126 of those positive cases have been found at the state penitentiary in Lincoln. Well, coming up after the break, Chris Cottrell will be in with the recap of the weekend that was in local sports. You'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Let's get an update today here at the desk. Let's recap the weekend, shall we? It was a Twin City final in the Twin City softball invite in town on Saturday night. Scotts Bluff defeating Gering at home 9-3 in the championship game. Dan Fox's team is now 15-3 this season.
We're pretty proud of how we played that game. I think our approach the first game was a little bit not aggressive, and so this week we changed how we approached her, made her pitch a little bit more, just take good at bats at her. And so, that's kind of what we do. We just, try to get better every day.
Scotts Bluff and Gering right now with a 1-1 series split so far this year. The Cats head to North Platte for a couple of tough games tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a good test. I mean, in North Platte, they're traveling teams. They play a lot of softball. They play a lot of softball during the summer and with their travel teams. And so I expect a very solid team. I think they're in the top 4 in the Class A. So what we want to do is just do what we can do and try to simplify things and just kind of play our game and just compete.
As for Gering, they're now 11-5. They'll host Chase County tomorrow in a doubleheader. We'll carry both radio only starting at 4:15 for pregame, first pitch at 4:30. High school football right now. You've got some Class B struggles continuing. Scotts Bluff, Gering, and Alliance this past Friday all dropping to 0-3. On the other side of that, the teams that are off to some fast starts, that'd be Bridgeport, Mitchell, and Layton. All 3 teams 3-0. The Bulldogs are state ranked. They went down to Goodland, Kansas and won, while Mitchell rolled at Gordon Rushville. Prep tennis, it was a good showing for Scotts Bluff, the boys team at the North Platte Invite on Saturday. Been a great start to their season for their #1 doubles team of Porter Robbins and Lincoln Frank. Also Cade Huck at #2 singles. Gering's Trent Davis at #1 singles has had a fine season also. He went 2-3 over the weekend there at the Invite in North Platte. Gering finished in 6th. Alliance placed 8th. And full race results from the Shadron Cross Country Invite are posted on the website as well. The Gering boys finished first, and the Gering brother-sister combo of Peyton and Madison Seiler each took home top finishes on the day. We do have a newsworthy note from the NSAA today, especially for our region here out west. This year's Class B Girls State Golf Championships have a venue change. No, they're not leaving the region, originally slated to be held at Scotts Bluff Country Club. This year's championship will now switch and be held over at Monument Shadows Golf Course in Gering. The 2021 State championships for Class B girls golf, those will be held at Scotts Bluff Country Club. That is the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's got more right after this on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers, from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scotts Bluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, another successful fundraiser in the books for the United Way of Western Nebraska, with a Scotts Bluff woman winning the top prize Saturday morning. A crowd of about 100 people were on hand at the 18th Street Plaza for this year's modified event, where approximately 8,100 ducks were sold, and all of the names were put in a giant rotating bin, and 30 names were drawn for this year's prizes. Rural Radio Promotions Director Kendra Feather was the winner of the 2020 Toyota RAV4 donated by Team Auto Center.
I just don't even know what to say. I've been part of United Way for many years and not involved anymore, but still help volunteer every once in a while. And what a great group of people, and what they do to help the community is unbelievable too. And I can't believe it. I bought ducks in the first race. I think it was 23 years ago. So I was in the river 23 years ago.
The second place winner was George Kaufman Jr., who won the Honda Pioneer 500 side-by-side donated by Sandberg Honda. The modified duck draw is one of the United Way's biggest fundraisers, and the proceeds go to help more than a dozen local nonprofit agencies in the region. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.